Alright, I know there's no rhinos in the game, but I was generating rhino images not too long ago to troll the developers with, and it's just too good not to use, so maybe if we push rhinos, we might get them one day, maybe. Anyways, we're going right into the video. Here we are on Moon hunting rhino. I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be great though? Anyways, I gotta get to the point of the video. The point of the video is, oh my goodness, look at the blood spot here. Holy smokes, it's like I hit it with a Lupua. Hit something with it. This video is going to be on pretty much the results of the hunting pressure and the flipping of need zones. So it's going to be a bit of info here on kind of a follow-up from the last video on pretty much the story of the research. And you guys can let me know what you think. And then probably I want to look at two herds to see what we can find. There's a couple because I just started a new year here, and there's a couple 4 stars that I want to check on to see if they became 5. Okay, to the science though. All right, so I've done quite a bit of work on the hunting pressure change. So the developers did a change because the flipping of the need zones due to hunting pressure was not working as intended, and they did get around to making changes to it, but they didn't specify exactly how it works or anything like that. So it's pretty much a mystery, and so I'm trying to establish some kind of pattern or to see how it works. And basically I'm gonna tell you my results, and we'll just take it from there. Right. So it's just going to be information for you. Take the information, see how it's happening in your game, leave some comments on what you think. Remember, if you think you have it solved or sorted out, it has to be repeatable. You have to be able to say, this is what you do to make it happen. It's got to be repeatable. So far I haven't been able to get it to repeat. So not a pattern or anything like that. So a little bit of spoiler alert there. So last video, just to recap, sorry, there's not much to look at here. I'm just going to be jumping around talking. We're going to the map here in a second. But the last video, what did we do? We got a elk herd to flip on 1 harvest, another elk herd to flip on 1 harvest. I'm counting on my finger or my hands here, so you can't really see it, but so one elk herd harvest flipped a herd zone, and then there was another one did the same thing, but then I couldn't flip them back after multiple harvests. So then we thought maybe there was a cooldown, but then I harvested an animal for a mule deer, and it did not flip, but it hasn't been really worked on since the update. So why didn't that one flip while the other 2 flipped on 1? So it looked like we sort of maybe had a pattern going, because a lot of people are reporting that the zones are flipping on 1 harvest. But that's definitely not the case fully, because that mule deer herd did not flip on it. So anyways, I went to Te Moon because Te Moon is of course the area to do this wide open spaces. Is good for the testing. Hiker difficulty doing the testing. I do not believe the difficulty has anything to do with hunting pressure, much like the charging mechanic. So it should be the same either way. And I've been testing with a wildebeest, blue wildebeest here. Wildebeest resting zone often. And pretty much I'm just going to tell you the story here of what I've been doing with this herd. Actually, there's another one. So we're going to go to our map, and here we are. There's 2 blue wildebeest icons here. This one's a solo. My very first test was coming out to this often rest zone for this blue wildebeest here. He was a solo guy. Alright, so I wanted to see what it did on solo animals, right? And so far, it's looking like it just flips up on a harvest, right? So anyways, I shot him. None of this is recorded, this is just reporting, because I kind of had to do this off camera because, well, it takes a while. And so harvested him, the zone didn't flip. Alright, he's a solo, took him out, didn't flip. Alright, kind of makes sense with solo because there's no other animals to get hunting pressure to, so maybe it didn't change. So solo's not a good test, but I did want to know. Okay, so that's a confirm solo harvest without a zone flip. Alright, maybe it'll flip, maybe it won't. It's a solo, doesn't matter that much to anybody, I don't think. But it's just information for you. Then I moved on to this one because it's a large herd of blue wildebeest. And I'm dealing with the 2 rest zones here. And this is an okay one because you got a camp here and a camp here. Alright, so you can go back and forth, back and forth. So, I came out to the herd here. 1 shot. 1 shot, 1 harvest. Flip the zone. This was the often. It flipped over here. This became often. And then this became the rare zone. So I'm like, okay, it's following the earlier pattern. We're still onto something here. We're still onto something. Maybe the mule deer thing was broken. Maybe this didn't work right because it's a solo, right? Maybe we're still flipping zones on the first, like on the first harvest. All right, so I'm like, okay, we will go over here, and sorry, the fast travel over here, and this is now their often zone. I go forward an hour, keep it in the same time slot. They are here. All right, I harvest 1. Doesn't change. All right, so that's 1 harvest down. Actually, what had happened is this was during the day, and then because they rest from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock or something like that. So usually it's like a 1 to 4 o'clock window before they leave. And then they also rest at midnight until 5 a.m., but I typically use an hour before the end, so it's like a midnight to 4 a.m. All right, so I did this during the day. The day switched over into midnight, and I came over and I found them here. And this was another often zone, so they were there. So I hit one, all right, and it was killed. I didn't harvest it because it was night and I couldn't find it, but it was taken down. Okay, it did not flip on the first harvest, which follows the pattern of the elks, right? We couldn't flip it back after the zone flipped again, so we got kind of a pattern going there. That's sort of pointing to like a cooldown. Once it flips, you can't flip it back, right, for some time. That's kind of what we're thinking. I moved the time ahead 1 hour. 1 hour. And what I think happened is they actually appeared over here. Because probably the hit. I think they got them bouncing back and forth more, maybe. Not really sure. Remember, it was 1 out of 5 times they would go rare zone anyways. Not a big deal. Go another hour in. Now it's about 3 a.m. in the morning. Came back, they were here. Okay. So I hit one again. Harvested. The story's a little wrong. I think I went into the day, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were appearing here, and then I went into the day. That's right, because I could find the other one. All right. So we went into the daytime slot, which is that 1 p.m. Yeah, it's the 1. Yeah, it's the 1 p.m. rest zone. All right, we went there, and I hit one and took them down. So that was 2 blue wildebeest down, and I harvested them both because I could find the other one then. This zone flipped. All right, so that's not much of a cooldown if there is one. I'm not too sure the cooldown thing holds here. But anyways, they'll let me know as the story continues. So, all right, so we got 1 harvest here, flip the zone. 2 harvests here, flip the zone back. Both harvests were done in the same day because this was done in the AM and then it was done in the PM of the same day. All right, so it's not a daily thing because this flipped back. So 1 harvest, 2 harvest. Then we're back to where we started. This was often. This was rare. All right, so then I go back to this camp and I'm like, all right, let's hit them again. See and count it. See if it's just 1 or 2. Or how many harvests switches it back. Because now it's looking like 1 or 2, right? Flip it. That kind of makes sense. We can go with that. 1 or 2 harvest flips it. All right, so I come over here. I shoot 1. Harvest. Doesn't flip. I go, okay. Maybe cooldown thing. Not sure what's happening. I go ahead another hour. Remember, I'm at about the 1 o'clock time slot now, or about 2 o'clock or something. Then I come back. Shoot another 1. Harvest. All right, down it goes. 2 harvest. Doesn't flip. All right, then I think I went into the nighttime because I had to go to the midnight or so. I hit another 1. 3 harvest. This did not flip. It was still their often zone. I went back and did another hour. I'm still in the early wee morning here. And I harvest another 1. 4 harvests on the often zone, each an hour apart. Or at least, they're not all done at once, right? I rest at least an hour. And Then it was I think it was 4 harvests. I'm pretty sure. Sometimes I think it was 5, but I don't think I did 5. I think it was 4 harvests. 4 harvests. This often zone went immediately to dried out. All right, the often zone went from often. It didn't go to rare. It didn't flip. It just went often to dried out. So I thought that was interesting. I went and checked this one. This one still said rare. So then I was at a status of this was dried out, and this is rare. After 4 often harvests here. And yeah, this was in the morning. So I was at 4 a.m. when that happened. 4 a.m. on the game time. So I went back and I rested to the 1 p.m. rest time, and I came back. This had changed from dried out to often again, just within 12 hours in the same day. So I'm like, well, that's interesting. And they were there. They came back again. So it's still often. It went dried out, and then it came back as often. So it didn't flip. I then shot another one. And actually, I forget now. I might have done 2 more. It's still often. This is still often. I've harvested at least 5 here. And it's still often after it went dried out. It went dried out, then it came back immediately as often. And this has stayed rare. So I don't know if I'm hitting a cooldown okay. But I made it dried out, which is new, which I thought maybe despawned them. But I don't know. Anyways, that's kind of where I'm at. I can no longer flip the zone. So, it's, yeah, it's something to think about, because there's no pattern I can really sort out here. So that was a big ramble, and no action, I know. But I know a few of you want to sort of know what's going on with the zone flipping, and then you can take that info and kind of go into your own game and see what's up. See, I don't know right now. Right now, it's not easy enough to sort a pattern if there is one, and if it gets to the point where you can't really get a pattern established, I mean, I'll keep an eye on this, but it's definitely not consistent. We're getting zone flips on 1 harvest. We're getting zone flips on 2 harvests. We're getting the zone switching to dried out and then coming right back as often after 4 harvests. But they were flipping back and forth, so maybe there's a cooldown. It's either too complicated to sort the pattern out, or there's some random RNG numbers going on here. Either case, if it's too complicated, or if there's like a dice rolling in the background, if it's either of those 2 things, then we're not really going to be able to establish the pattern on this, like sort it out. Which is okay, because I think pretty much the developer's pattern with the game is they want the game to be unpredictable, and it's gotten pretty predictable. So my guess is they injected this with RNG. So what I think is happening is upon hitting an animal or harvesting an animal, there is a dice roll in the background that may cause the flip. That's just I don't know what it is, but there's different hypotheses working here. That's just the leading one at this point. There's also the hypothesis that the hunting pressure stuff's still broken. But you know, I'm going to go with that it's working, because they just looked at it and worked on it. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. But the leading one now is I don't think the cooldown's there. I'm not sure because of this instant. Because of the other one and over there, I was able to flip in 2 harvests, right? Anyways. I'm sort of siding on RNG because I think that's what the developers probably would want to do, because I think they know their game got too predictable here. And then if it's RNG, these are going to be flipping on us without us knowing them. Like you're going to be like 200 meters over here. You're going to hit one, right? And then harvest it, but not bother to check the zone, right? So we're going to have zones flipping without us really knowing, which is okay by me because it was kind of tiresome trying to keep track of all the zones anyways. But that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm putting it at about if I had to guess, this is my leading thing. It's definitely not confirmed. It's probably wrong. But until I get a better hypothesis roll, and this is pretty much how I'm going to be hunting, is I'm going with about a 30% chance of a zone flip upon hit. Upon hitting an animal or harvesting an animal, 30% chance. The zone flips before harvesting, though. So I don't know if it flips upon hit or upon the animal dying. I don't know, actually. because I've checked it. I'm pretty sure I've checked it before the animals died, and it's flipped. So it might be flipping on hit, but it also might be like a kill shot required hit. I'm not too sure. But that's what's going on. I haven't been able to flip them by just misses, so just firing shots off. I haven't been able to flip. But I can come back and revisit all this. Things I haven't tested is coming out here with the 22 and shooting a whole bunch of rounds in the air, trying to flip the zone by just shooting in the air. I also haven't tried flipping the zone with the Jeep, running them all over or whatever. But anyways, I know that's a big ramble there for you because the video is 15 minutes long, but I wanted to get that out to you guys. It's just way easier to explain in the video of that, and people kind of are interested to know. So that's what's going on. Let me know on that one. What we're going to do now is I'm going to check on two different groups of animals. See if we got a 5-star sitting in there, and let's go. And then there's also the category of the new rifles and stuff like that. I'm going to get more into those. I just got sidetracked with the hunting pressure mechanic with the need zone flipping. Oh man, the opinions are all over the place with these rifles, eh? Yeah, I don't know if you're talking to anybody on them or anything like that. Some people are saying the where are we here? The GAMS and the 6.5 is overpowered and all that. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a good rifle. Definitely good. Definitely premium kind of thing. But I'm like, I don't think it's overpowered. If something's overpowered, it's gonna be this Armad here, because you got the best of both worlds. You got that 270 that just doesn't lose energy over a long distance, much like the 6.5 though. 6.5 really doesn't lose energy either, but this one starts so much higher, and it's got the accuracy of the 308 monoblock, right? Like this is just crazy. I think this is the overpowered thing now, because basically this tier 5 270, you don't need tier 6s anymore. This one rifle is one rifle to rule them all, really. You got the accuracy, you got the power, you got the distance. I think this is the overpowered rifle right now. Yeah, so I was thinking of the combo to take, like the two weapons to take to cover all tiers and have a fun time. Like the 270, all tier 5s and tier 6s, 4s or whatnot. And then put the flu bow, like the little 1 to 4 tier bow, in the second slot. So then you can, what is it, the Gavi? Yeah, so you can hunt the small game. And the small game might actually be fun to hunt if you're doing them just with this little bow. So I thought that's kind of a cool little combo I might do. The Armad for like tier 5 and 6, and then this guy for everything small. Because small game's fairly simple and easy to hunt, so this might just keep it interesting, right? Hunting pheasants with us or whatever. Anyways, I'm getting a little sidetracked here. But yeah, that's those two rifles. So far the opinion, because I'm hearing both of them are overpowered. I just think this one, the new champion, is going to be this Armad for long distance shooting and everything. It just is. Accuracy's crazy, and it's good. The GAMS is definitely good though, for sure. This one, the Mannlicher Monlicky, is man, this one's hit or miss on people. I really like this because it's just a brute force slam cavity weapon. I really like this. I think it's fun. Yeah, I want to hit lines with it and stuff like that. So we're going to be bringing this one again. Boom, because I enjoy this one. I like this one. Definitely not good for long distance at all, but really good for, it's very forgiving on shot placement. Really forgiving on shot placement. It's forgiving, similar to the 338, right? 338 just slams, like it's not as powerful, of course. But the 338 I recommend for people to learn shot placement. Where's the 338? I keep going by it right here. And you'd be like, why would you use this for shot placement? Well, the reason to learn shot placement is because if you're new to the game, the only way to learn shot placement is to see the bullet cam. So if you're learning shot placement, you're using like the 243 or something like that, you're missing all the time and you never get to see where you're missing because the animal runs away and you don't get the kill. This, at least you're pretty much getting the kill every time, and then you can at least watch the bullet cam and see where the bullet's going. So I kind of like that, but it's way too overpowered. So I'm thinking at close range, since the 9.3, I've lost it again. Why have I lost? Oh, it's right here. I'm looking at it. Since 9.3 is more accurate, but it's closer, right? It's still really forgiving, like a 338, because it's the huge cavity damage on there. But the 300, of course, the Steyr 300, not the Remington one, would be the one to practice shot placement with too. Anyways, that's a little sidetrack there. We're going to be using this guy, and we're going to go hunting. Let's throw the 15 on it, and yeah, let's get rolling. Now, if you're wondering why this video, we haven't done any hunting yet or anything. Just getting it. It wasn't actually supposed to be a hunting video. It was just supposed to be me explaining sort of that hunting pressure out there. But since we're in the game, might as well do a little bit here. And let's take a look here. My recording kind of messed up too, so I'm actually not too sure how the final product's going to look. But hopefully it goes okay. So, let's see here. We're looking for Kudu first. Kudu first. Oh, and I bought all the UTVs. I now got them all. Let's get the red one because it's the fastest, of course, because it's red. And 400 meters there. Let's go look over there real quick. It should still be their rest time. And I do not know if this is an often rest zone. I think it's their often rest zone because they're here a lot. Here they are now. So basically this is just going to be a little scout. We're just on the hiker difficulty, so we drive right up. Do the standard jump up, you know, just like any hunter does. Jumps up on the hood and then on the roof here. You know, just standard realistic stuff. And is there any monsters hitting in here? Oh, he's still... Okay, so he's gonna die, though, because he was 4-star last time. Alright. This is a nice high-fit herd. See, we got some 3-star matures, 4-star mature. They're all gonna die on me, though. I'm gonna leave them, though. Is it 2 4-stars? There's one there. I think it's just the one I'm hitting twice. As a 2-star mature there. I'm not too big on him. I mean, I could take the 2-star out because it probably doesn't really matter. And then if it's just these 2 guys left in the herd, they're definitely high fit. Maybe their replacements will be good. So let's do that. We're 180 out. We got the man liquor. There we go. We're going to crouch. We're going to turn harness sets on. We're going to use the dot. I'm using the dot for now. Just to get a feel for it. Then I'll turn it off later. So this has got so much cavity. We're just going to put her in. And, yeah, he's down. Remember, cool hunters don't look. They're just confident it's down. So I don't have to worry about it. One thing I've noticed, let me know in the comments on this one too, is they... Oh, he's already down. I was going to say, they seem to be living longer on lung shots. Some people have been reporting that, and I've seen that. I think on stream I got a double lung. I get actually the little blood symbol on both lungs with this 9.3. And a wildebeest, he only ran for like 5 minutes with no lungs. So, okay, that's their often. There was one harvest there. He's already down. Didn't flip. So there's another report of it not flipping. Don't know if he's actually down. I think he is. I think he's down. But keep an eye on that too, because you know how you hit them and then they're dying and then they bed down, then they get back up again? Yeah, this guy's not going to do it. I don't remember them doing that on lung kills. Like, it used to be like artery or flesh kills. They would run for a while. Like, ones where they take a while to bleed out. They'll bed down and get back up again. But now I'm seeing them doing it on lung kills, so... Anyways. Yeah, let's just see how it did. Right lung. So let's take a look at this great big round. Like, that's exactly where you want to hit with most any rifle. But it stayed in the whole time. And so it's going to let all its cavity go. That's just... See, so this is why I was talking about this is a forgiving round. Because even if you're off target, you have this massive cavity cone just to catch something. Like to catch an artery, or to knock out that liver, or to catch the heart as it goes by. And I mean, it's not shy on penetration really. So, I'm a fan of this round. It's just, you can't be too far out, right? So that's under 200 meters, no problem. Look at that, 73%. They're all this high fit. So I should have let him go live, but whatever. Yeah, so that was a good test anyways, because their zone is still often. So I've harvested him now, and he is down. So that was a hit in a harvest, in a kill. And then I don't think, like, I think the zone changes immediately, so it's probably still the same. Oh no, look at that! More science. You guys seen that, right? I clicked on it as often, and then it went rarely. Hunting pressure on kill, not on the hit. Interesting. I might have to watch that back again. Because he might have bedded down. He might not have been dead right away when I clicked on that. Or did I click on it when he was still up? I don't remember now. Interesting. So it did change, though, on the first hit. Man, it is wonky to figure out this stuff. Alright. We'll keep an eye on all that. Right now, though, it's nice and confusing. So the next one we're going at is a lion. So I got to look up my toolbox for a minute and try and pinpoint. I had a 4-star lion that I wanted to check on this year. Okay, we're up in the fancy world of fancy waterfall. Hey, does the water change when I look away and then look back at it? A second. I look away. And be quick and look at it. Oh, it sort of does. That little... Yep, the water stops, and then it starts going again. Oh no! Oh, maybe it doesn't do it with the scope up. Yeah, you can see it kind of pause there. All right, so anyways, let's grab another one. We'll grab the little cheap little green guy. There we go. I now have everything in the store. I was putting off buying all the UTVs or getting the other ones. But I figure, I got enough money now, we'll get everything in the store. So they need to add more things that cost money in the game. Because now I have it. All it is taxidermy time, and I don't get that many 5-stars to run out of money with taxidermy. Alright, so we're going after lions. They're, one was a 4-star, I think last year. Could be the year before that, so maybe it's dead, but they live for a long time. So we're just going to drive up here. And that's really all we're going to do for the video is just that, the Kudu check there, and then lions here. These guys like to eat... Whoa. Look at this group. That's the thing with Tikamoon when you're playing on the easier difficulties. You just kind of drive into things here. I gotta remain focused though. I can't make the video go forever. But it's worth checking. You know, and maybe we'll do a test and see. So the assumption here, though, since I can't check ahead of time, is that this is their often zone. All right, so we got to make an assumption here. So it's not a really great test, just because of that. And he's blocking. There's just a mature female there. I was going to take out. Let's try and do heart. Oh no, I missed the heart, eh? It's kind of surprising, actually, since that cavity is so large. I wasn't really too focused. I thought I was just, if I get it right around the area, that should do. Oh well. I'm not quite at the lion spot yet. So the lion shouldn't have ran. And I don't know if that's their zone anyways, or their often zone. Whoop. Okay, so we don't know if she's down yet. And this is often. Okay, so 100% it was their often zone. Let's see if this one changes back. We definitely know it's a kill shot. I'm kind of surprised though that the wide cavity of that didn't catch the heart, like didn't take it out. So we definitely want to see what happened there. Oh, we got a bit of hiccups there though. Alright, let's see. If I got the hiccups, I'm definitely going to pause. So the lions should be right over this hill here, if this is where they're hanging out today. Oh, the wildebeest just stopped there. I never get over how big those herds are in the game. It's pretty cool. Is she down in here? What's going on? She would have stayed with them. Oh, is this you here? No, there's blood. Am I being blind? Am I missing the... Look how different they look, and because now that the sharpness is up, I see a lot more details and stuff. Pretty cool. Oh, she's over here. All right. Well, let's just scare them out of here, and then the lions must be at their other zone. All right, so we're gonna hold on. We know she's down, right? Here's more science. We know she's down because she's not gonna get up. All right. And it was often right there, right? So maybe I looked at it when she was still alive. Right, hadn't died yet. Maybe it's waiting for her to die before it switches. Let's find out. I kind of hope it does switch, because then I'll know that it switches on upon death. Nope. Nope, we got one kill for sure. Now let's harvest and come back. Maybe it's waiting for the harvest. I don't think it is, though, because I'm pretty sure... Pretty sure I checked that. Yeah, there they all go. That's fine. But we'll double check that. Because then this is a first shot hit that did not flip the zone. Not the first time, but let's grab it here. So what happened? I really missed the heart. Huh, too far forward. I actually thought that's where the heart was. I thought that was... Oh, and it exited way too early. Yeah, see, the cavity, if it exits, the cavity doesn't fully expand to where you want it to. So that's the trick with this 9.3. You got to keep the bullet in there. It left at like 1,800 joules. Like it still had a ton left in it. Okay, this is yeah, this is not a broadside weapon. Not a broadside one, because it needs to stay in for all that to work. Because yeah, that cavity would have caught the heart. But yeah, I actually thought that was where the heart was. Look at that. I did hit where I actually thought that's where it was. I didn't know it was that far back with these guys. Well, I got tricked. Okay. I'm probably going to forget that too. Alright, let's sell. Okay, now we got to drive back and make sure. And I'm gonna stop the video soon because this is getting long. Alright, quick little check, because all I did was harvest. So we've got a hit, a harvest, or a hit and a kill and a harvest in the zone. Did it ever change? Nope. Okay. It's all often. So there you go. There is video evidence that the first shot does not do it, even though it happens about half the time, it seems. So, but I still only give it like a 30% kind of chance to flip. What's there? What's to our left? Are these lions? Who are you guys? I mean, if you just want to drive around, practice shooting and stuff like that, hiker difficulty Tika Moon, way to go. Is the way to go for sure. Bunch of kudos. I'm not gonna test this one because I can be here all day testing it. It's just a medium fit herd. They can just enjoy their meal. Well, we can't let them enjoy the meal. We gotta drive through the middle of them. Is there a horn in this game? I don't think there is. I forget if there is or not. Oh, the lions have to be here. So this is the rifle I want to use with lions. But I don't think the broadside shot is good for this weapon here. What do we got here? We're looking for a 5-star, 3-star. We're looking 1-star mature, really? I don't see my 4-star anymore. I don't think he made it. Unless he's hiding in there and I can't see him. Alright, well we have a 1-star mature in the back there. So we'll take him. And that'll be the day. Oh, no, he's still 4. Okay. That's alright, we get to keep watching this herd then. Or this pride. So we got a lion that's blocking him. I really want to get to her, or him. Okay, he's standing up. I do not want broadside. I want the full cavity in this guy. So he's laying down. So here's what you can do with hiker. You can just move your UTV. And they probably won't move. I don't know, maybe they will. There you go. Relocate our tripod stand. Okay, which one was he again? Oop. Sometimes I forget if... There, he's right there. Okay. Let's see how this does. I really want to shoot some lines with it. He's kind of quartering away. I think this will work. I seen dirt kick up from behind. Okay, he's hurting. So it definitely went through, which I didn't want. Yeah, he might take forever to go down. Oh, I actually didn't mean to shoot there. That's that was me. That was old man fingers there. That's how hunting accidents happen. You know, don't be like me. Don't just pull the trigger and you're not ready for it. Actually, maybe jump. I have one of those mice that have really easily clicked mouse buttons. So I end up. It's usually not the left click that gets me. It's because I'm usually not sitting on the left mouse button. So that's often. We'll check this one too after we harvest them to see if it changes back. Usually I'm just resting on the right click, so I often right click by accident all the time. It doesn't take much weight to do that. So, I didn't check the blood. Is it pink? It should be pink. Yeah, that looks pretty pink. Here's the other thing too, because they seem to be living a long time with these lung hits. But yeah, I seen the dirt kick up from behind, so it definitely went through. But I want to do the shot where it stayed in. Because I think as long as it stays in, I think that 9.3 is crazy deadly. I think that's the secret. Oh, there he is. He didn't make it too far. Right lung. Oh, I shot more forward than I wanted to. I saw dirt kick up though, but the jewels doesn't seem to be showing that it left. I guess it left right at the end, because I seen the dirt kick up. Huh. That's indicating it didn't leave, it stopped right at the end. But maybe it can't. Maybe it registered as out. That's good then, because it got all that cavity damage in that lung. Look at that. Nice. No problem. What do we got? 51%. He's down. Not even much meat loss. Cool. I like the rifle. I certainly do. Okay. Well, that's it for now. Oh. Really? Alright, you get to live. Don't wanna damage my lion population too much. Okay, guys. Thanks a bunch for watching. Hopefully that was helpful for some of you and interesting. And hopefully everybody's enjoying the hunting, the new rifles, and all that good stuff. Take care. Happy hunting. See you later.